Well, hi there, folks, and welcome to another Workspace Wednesday right here on Lean Strategies International, where we're going to build another template inside of Google Sheets. Now, remember, some of the terms that we use in this episode will be some that you're not familiar with, and that's okay. The links are right down in the description below, so take a look there. If you're looking for to know more about Takt Time, go to the description. If you want to know more about Google Workspace, there's a link in the description. And also any of the services like Google Workspace, if you want some more features, there's a link in the description that can give you the most current pricing and coupons to try it out for free. Also, it'll help support the channel as we are an affiliate for Google Workspace. We don't make any significant increases in pricing. That's all controlled by Google Workspace. They just simply give us a commission so you can continue to get free content here on the channel and help us out. Now, with that said, we're going to look at a formula this week inside of Google Workspace known as Takt Time. And so Takt Time is actually a lean term that you can find on Lean Strategies International's glossary. And you'll see here, looking at Takt Time, that it's pretty significant. To summarize all of what it means, it's kind of the heart rate or the heartbeat of a demand system, really. And so when we calculate Takt Time, we're basically figuring out at what pace do we need to go at to keep up with customer demand. It's actually a German phrase for a baton that a conductor used, and that was kind of adapted into the lean environment. So when you calculate your Takt Time, essentially you're trying to figure out the rate that you need to produce products at. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to use an if-error formula to clear any of those crazy div errors that you might get. We're going to divide a little bit, and we're going to set up the basic formula for Takt Time. So we're going to look right here just so you can see it real quick, and then we'll jump over to Google Sheets here. And you can see we've got a more complicated Takt Time calculator that we'll look at on another day. But for today, what we're going to do first is we're going to start by using an image formula. And we're going to use that just to put our formula right here so that if we're ever looking at it or something gets changed, we know exactly how to calculate it. So what we want to do is we want to open our formula up with an equal sign, and we're going to type in image and then an open bracket here. And you'll see that it's going to ask us for a URL. So we need to put our quotes in before we do anything. We can't just put the URL in. And then we're going to jump back to our Takt Time definition on Lean Strategies International glossary. We're going to go ahead and right click here, and we're going to select copy image address. Then we're going to come back over here. We'll simply paste that in, put some more quotes up, and then we're going to close this out. And you'll see that our formula will pop in. We'll just kind of make it look a little bit pretty here by aligning it. And now, if anything goes wrong, we know exactly how we can calculate our Takt Time. Let's put some brackets around it there, just so it's nice and clean. So let's set that up over here now. We're going to go ahead and put our Takt Time right here. So this is what we're trying to equal. And then we have two more pieces of data that we need to collect, and that's the available time per day. So we'll go ahead and put that up here. And then we need to also collect another piece of data, which is going to be our customer demand per day. And these numbers can actually change a little bit, but we're going to show you how to just use the formula. If you want more information on Takt Time and kind of the intricacies of it or little tricks of it, then check the links in the description below. For right now, we're just going to set up our formula. And so right here, we don't really have to do too much because these are already just going to be numbers that we're going to input. And right here is where we're going to set up our formula. So the first thing we want to do is we want to set up our divide formula. And really what we're going to do is we're just going to select cell D11, and then we're going to put a divide sign, and we're going to divide it by our customer demand. Now you'll see we get that annoying div error. We don't want that to always show up. So we're going to use an if error formula to clear that if we don't have our data in there. So we'll open our formula with an equal sign. We're going to type in if error and then an open bracket. And what we're going to do is first, it wants to know what the value that we're calculating if there's no error. And to do that, we're going to use another div formula or divide formula, and we'll just select that. And we're going to say divide D11 by D13, and then we'll close this. And then we're going to put our comma in. Now it wants to know what it should show if there is a div error or there's not data in there and it can't divide. And for that, we just want it to be blank. So we're going to put double quotes in, and we're going to close our bracket out, and we'll close that formula off. So now, if we go back here and we look at our challenge down here, and it says we have 480 minutes per day. So this would be our available time per day. We'll go ahead and put that in. And then we need to know what our demand is per day. So in this challenge, we have 10 parts per day. So we're going to go ahead and put 10 parts in, and we'll see that the number 48 pops up right there. Now, what does that mean for us when we're calculating takt time? That means we need to make one customer part every 48 minutes to be able to keep up with our demand per day. So that's the rate that we produce at. So when you calculate takt time right here, we know we have to make one part every 48 minutes. Now let's say that we have a demand of 20 parts. Well, now we need to make one part every 24 minutes. And that's it. That's how you calculate the basic takt time formula inside of Google Sheets. Now in an upcoming one, we will look at how we can factor in our break time, our lunch time, any planned downtime that you might get to calculate your takt time. So we'll come back to that in a later episode. Thanks for watching, everyone, and hope this helped you out this week. If it did, please like and share below or subscribe. And we'll see you right here on Lean Strategies International LLC next time.